Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling, as you see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today. We'll have a bit of a stretch. I'm recording now because after this I need to get ready a little bit. Be leaving to go watch a movie with my friends today, which I guess is our New Year's celebration. I don't know. I don't even know what movie I'm going to be watching. I think it's called my friend described it as a Pope one. I don't know what that means though, necessarily. But you know what? I'll be there. We'll hang out. We'll see what goes on. But hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 3:33 p.m. on Monday, December 30th, 2024. Only one more day to go. Well, I guess 1.5 days to go until the new year is rung in. And a very exciting time. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say sort of about it. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to talk about today, if anything. Then I don't know what noise that is, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this holiday, this break has been quite nice. I've done quite a lot of drawing, I think, much more than I've done for ages, which is, you know, great. I mean, I do love drawing, and the fact I've got time for it again is fantastic. All the same, just to be able to, you know, take a step back, relax, chill out. What you waiting for? Relax. Been here all before, something like that, right? But yeah, apart from that, it's all been rather chill. I will say my sleep schedule has probably been a little bit wackier is not the right word, but a bit crazier than usual. I've definitely been staying up later and waking up a bit later than usual. But by the nature, it's just because the other people who do drawing in my friend group stay up a little bit late as well. And that is prime drawing time, if anything. And I suppose I allow myself the whatchamacallit, I can't even think how to speak. Give myself the room to do so, because why not? It's a sort of thing where it's like, you know, we're just sort of chilling, you know. It's a holidays. Why put more effort into these sort of things than need be? So I'm a bit mind flooded right now because I'm trying to figure out what background of the obelisk boon I want. It's probably cartographication, to be honest. I think refresh request only makes sense during the fairy quest stuff, but yeah. Where are fairy caves on this? Fairy caverns, there we go. Yeah. So, I mean, we're coming up to the end of a holiday. I mean, for me personally, you've only got a couple days more left. That's not how you speak. A few days left of, you know, the actual relaxation time until it's, you know, back into the grind of things again. We have D&D starting up again, you know, back to work, all that stuff. I'm not saying that as a bad thing necessarily. It's just is a thing, if anything. D&D is a lot of fun, but it is a lot of work as well. So if anything, I'm just sort of like taking advantage of the time. The spare time that's opened up. And it's not a spare time just open up just because on D&D. It's spare time open up because of like everything's on holiday. Everything's paused right now. So yeah, I don't know. Take advantage of free time, I suppose, while you have it. And I don't really have much to say about that. Okay, let's think of something conversationally to actually talk about. Which is not about New Year's, because obviously New Year's stuff we'll be talking about tomorrow. We got to think about something which is specifically for today, you know. What's going on r/games? I still haven't picked anything up on the Steam winter sale yet. They've also changed like the Steam discovery queue, which is crazy. I will say I feel like a lot of the times I've been through my Steam discovery queue so often now, but like every time I go through it, it's like the first 2 games I'm like, oh okay, these are actually like good recommendations for me, and the rest of them are terrible or something, or just really random, where I'm like, okay, clearly you're recommending this because it's a popular game, but this is not my style of game in the slightest. But yeah, I mean, the games I would pick up or am picking up are considering picking up are ones which are just like, yeah, I'll play them for the channel at some point. I bought a lot of mechanical games because I feel like I've definitely been missing out on those more so than everything. The ones currently in my basket, I would say, are Never, Webbed, A Little to the Left, Worldless, and Nine Souls. I was trying to think if I wanted to add any more, but I was like, I already got quite a lot of like story-based, atmospheric games which I can go through. Definitely the mechanical ones. I think I've been in sort of in danger because I don't know what I would do after another Crab's Treasure. I was just like, what is that game called? I added a few games to my wish list. There's this game Atlas, which I keep hearing a lot about. I mean, it was actually recommended to me on the Steam queue, which is meant to be some sort of like retro, I was like very, like RPG thing. I'm not actually sure if I'm gonna ever buy it, to be honest, because I'm not 100% sure it's my sort of game. But like I've seen it all over like my social feeds, and I'm just like, okay, you know, I'll at least look into it. And the other one which I added to my wishes is one called Me Side, which I think is meant to be like a Doki Doki Ledge Club like horror visual novel or something, psychological thriller. I don't know much about it, but I've also seen this here and there. But those ones are just like, they're only here because they're popular, you know. Word of mouth is a very powerful advertising tool, at least for me. If I hear a lot of people have liked it, and it's like, yeah, okay, I'll give it a shot. Why not? But it still needs to tick the box of being something which I feel like I look at it and I feel like I would like. Some of these games I don't remember why they're on my like wish list. This one, Errand Boy, has been on here for like ages. It's been on here since 4 years ago, and it's been coming soon. For so long. Cat Quest 2, 2019. I didn't realise you could actually see when they were added. Moss as well has been on here. This is a VR game though, so I'm not sure actually why I added this, but nonetheless, I'm sure there's still good stuff to be found on it. But yeah, word of mouth advertising, like, surprisingly effective, I think, for me personally, rather than like trailers and that sort of thing. I think there are very few games which I buy because of a trailer. Most of the time, I buy games because I've heard like the popular consensus is that it's a good game. I suppose I'm not like adventurous enough in the sense that I will play a game with very little sort of buzz about it. Well, maybe not buzz, but very little people even like trying it in the first place. Because, you know, maybe I'm a creature of habit. Maybe you can call me that, or maybe I'm appealing to popular masses. But you know, I don't see myself as outside the scope of popularity. I see it in a very probabilistic way, where if there's a lot of people who like a game, and probabilistically I am people, there's a decent chance that I might like it as well. Or at least there's something, you know, worth talking about within the game itself. Hence, the purchasing of it. But yeah. I would say it's interesting though. So, because, I mean, at least going through my Steam queue, there's definitely a lot of games which are popular. But this is like the overlap of these two games. I'm not saying they're bad games, by the way, because I actually had a genuine idea. I guess they must be pretty good games, because there's been so much buzz about them. But they were games that, if I didn't know what the popular consensus was for these two games, I don't think they would be games I would add to my wish list, you know? But I guess that's what I mean to say. Like, there are some games on here I would add to my wish list no matter what the popularity that's spoken about for the game. Like, I think A Little to the Left is one of them, because I just looked at it and I was like, this seems like exactly my sort of game. Like, what's another good one that would have been added nonetheless? You know, I don't know, like Nine Souls, that's a really good one. Like, where I just look at it, I'm like, this aesthetic, like, ticks the boxes. I look at the gameplay, but the gameplay looks fun. Boom, that's all I needed. I think with these two games is I think visually, I'm very influenced. Like, the thing with Atlas is like it taps into a very, very retro nostalgic side, and I'm not like super in love with all the character designs necessarily. I think but it feels very early 2000s. I'm not saying they're necessarily bad, but I'm just saying that I don't look at them and be like, whoa. I look at them and be like, okay. But definitely, like, I'm not one who is enamored by the nostalgic, like, retro style of games, I think. Oh, Dead by Daylight's actually quite cheap as well. I wonder if I ever pick that up. That's definitely a game that you need other people to play with. And there's so many other games that we have like that right now, so... Oh yeah, I forgot about the other Life is Strange. Did people like this? Hold on, let's look at the Steam reviews. 9 out of 10. Mostly positive, mixed. Not recommended. Wow. Some thoughts, the internal drama bled into the game. Episodes 1 and 2 were very good. The rest of the story felt like it was written by 3 different groups of people. Genuinely a horrible game. What? They do not understand at all what made the first game special. That's a shame. It is very mixed. Some of it's good and some of it's bad. I don't know. I thought Life is Strange 1 was pretty cool. I didn't actually play it. I watched it. Life is Strange 2 I thought was pretty not good. Or pretty meh. I thought Life is Strange 3 was fine. It was like pretty decent. So I guess Life is Strange 4 is not good. I don't know. It's all been up and down. Like a roller coaster ride. Actually, I forgot. No, I played Life is Strange 3 on my channel. Life is Strange 2 is free? Really? It's actually very positive. I thought... I don't think it was bad, but I thought it was very, very on the nose. But oh well. Is that my judgment? Maybe not to say. I like the concept. Satisfactory. There's a game I hear a lot about, but I'm never really sure. Anyway, shopping bar and then word of mouth advertising. What the heck is Windblown? Why is this game not recommended to me? That game looks cool as heck. Hold on. Let me look up his trailer. Mute the music. I don't want to look up the music. Excuse me, I said mute the music. Excuse me? Why are you unmuting the music every time I'm trying to skip through? Oh, kind of looks like a Hades-like or something. Oh no, I have seen this game. I remember. I have seen advertising of this game. But this is a one of like the time traveling axolotl or whatever. Like every time they die, they like come back or something. Add it to my wish list. It's an early access game. Maybe that's why I didn't add it or something. It's really fun looking at the Steam Cube, but UFO 50 I've heard a lot about, but again, I don't have that nostalgic vintage, that retro nostalgia, I feel like, which these games kind of tap into. And Pico Park 2, completely forgot about that. Buckshot Roulette. All the popular games coming out. I'm Your Beast, I don't really know that one. Storage Hunters is not my sort of game. Simulation style games like that, not my sort of thing. I would probably say. Billionaire. I've seen Northern Line play that, not my thing though. Well, I don't think my thing. I will say I like the artwork for it. I skipped through it too quickly, but they have like some sort of Nutcracker play going on at the top. Yeah, word of mouth is a very powerful thing. Like, how many games would I have played on this channel naturally, like without word of mouth? I think it's pretty difficult without any word of mouth whatsoever, because that would just be like I would have to live under a rock and have heard literally nothing about any games whatsoever, which is a little bit difficult, I would say. Oh, I also need to rename this Everhood. Title. I need to actually give this a title. What did I do in this one? Well, I'll title it right now. You see the process. Don't listen to me. What's this one? Oh, yeah, it's this one. Now I need to think of a musical term which goes along with it. What about performance to remember synonym? Something like that, like a memorable performance. What was like? It was like a term for best performance ever. Magnum opus? It's not really what I wanted. I don't know. I'll think about it. Because I'm usually using musical piece terms. But yeah, word of mouth. How many of these games would I have played? Like, I think I would have played Talos Principle, even without the word of mouth about it. Okami? I'm not sure if would I play it straight? I don't think I would have played Paradise Killer without hearing that people liked it. Probably not, because it looked like it was a very exploration-focused game, and it is, kind of. Would I have played Omari if I didn't hear so much buzz about it? But that's an interesting question. I don't know. I think I would have played it because I played Undertale, and I'd be like, oh no, I don't know. Because again, I only really played Undertale because there was so much buzz about it. Like, I initially looked at it when I was like, oh, pixel art indie RPG. I was like, okay, sure. Oh, I think Pi is actually a good one. Pi I would not have played if I didn't know it was so popular. But that one's less so word of mouth about how Pi is like an amazingly fantastic game. I mean, it is a good game, but it was more like I saw it spoken about in some sort of video game analysis essay thing, and I was like, that concept, the concept of like building up a rapport with your team members and then letting go of your strong ones because they're the ones who you want to leave, leave. I was like, that's a really, really cool concept for a game. Except for I did undermine it because I didn't realise that there was only spoilers, I suppose, for Pyre. There was only limited amount of people who can leave. So Tiso left on the first one, and Tiso probably would have been a lot happier down in the Pyre. I can't. My timeline in Pyre must have been so strange. Death Storm? Might not have. No, I don't know. Would I play Death Storm? I definitely have a very specific sort of art style, which I do favour. Fez. Would I have played Fez if there wasn't so much buzz about how good it was as a puzzle game? That's an interesting question. I don't know. Chicken Police is one I played on my own volition because I looked at it and I was like, this looks hilarious. I love a voice acting. And when I played it and I was like, this voice acting is amazing. I think Grim Fandango is a game I probably wouldn't have played if it wasn't considered like a classic sort of game. I think I spoke about it as well before, that gameplay wise Grim Fandango is like kind of suffers a lot from like the moon logic of previous like adventure games, but I did like the cast of characters. What are their names? That's a great question. Manny is the only one I remember. That's someone, isn't it? Grim Fandango Manny. That's the main character you play. Who is the lady? She is called Mercedes. That's it. I don't know, I feel like a lot of these games I might have played anyway, even if I didn't hear the buzz about it. It's kind of difficult because if I have heard no buzz whatsoever about a game, then probably I wouldn't play it. So I guess I'd have to have at least heard about it and watched it on the trailer. I can't think of what I would be like. You'd have to show me a trailer, a compilation trailer of like 50 completely random games which I've never heard of before, and tell me which ones would I have chosen to play for like a YouTube playlist, because it's really hard to know literally nothing about a video game, especially because I kind of follow video game news and that sort of thing. So it's equally quite difficult to think, would I have played this game if I knew literally nothing about it? And the answer is I don't know, but it's interesting to think about, I think, nonetheless. I think, you know, word of mouth definitely influences a lot of how much of a game I play, because, you know, it takes time to play a game. I don't want to play a game which I don't think I'll end up enjoying, right? And I'm too stubborn, I suppose, to quit a game part way through, so that therein is my own, what's the word? I was going to say sin, but sin's a bit strong. Failing, I guess. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to round off the episode here. So if you haven't been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling, and likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope we see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.